In the last video, after we saw what is programming, in this video we are bringing you further more insights to programming, like types of programming, where and how to proceed. So let's get into today's video without any further ado. So there are 5 types of programming. We'll try to see one by one. Firstly, the procedural programming language. So this is nothing but a sequence of statements being executed in order to derive at the final result. This programming uses multiple variables, heavy loops, something like a for loop, a while loop, and other elements. Second on the list is functional programming language. So this typically deals with storing the data, frequently avoiding loops, and uses functional blocks recursively. The primary focus is to return a value from a function. The third on the list is object-oriented programming language. So this programming language views the world as a group of objects that have internal data and external accessing parts of that data. One of the main principles of object-oriented programming language, otherwise called as OOPS, is encapsulation, that everything an object will need must be inside of the object. The fourth on the list is scripting programming language. These programming languages are often procedural and may comprise of object-oriented language elements, but they fall into their own category as they are normally not full-fledged programming languages with support for the development of large systems. For example, they may not have compile time checking, they only have runtime checking. So these languages usually require tiny syntax to get started and more logic. And the last on the list is logic programming language. These types of languages let programmers make declarative statements and then allow the machine to reason about the consequences of those statements. To call these groups types of language is really a bit confusing. It's easy to program in an object-oriented style in C or Java. In truth, most of these languages include ideas and features from various domains which only help to increase the usefulness of these type of languages. Nevertheless, most of the programming languages do not be best in all styles of programming. So the next question is about programming, where to start and how to proceed. Well, obviously this is a question we all might be having at the point of time we are starting to learn how to write a program or what is a program. Firstly, you need to understand in which area you want to work or which area interests you to work. It is something related to web pages, maybe you want to design something or change the way you see things. Or is it something you want to write code? Maybe you want to develop some logics for a particular functionality. Maybe you can say addition of 2 numbers. You want to write code for multiplication of 2 numbers. Or is it something you want to work with data? Like storing data, displaying data, or modifying the data. Or is it something you want to build robots? Fancy terms. Basically, as mentioned in the previous video, every machine that takes instructions from us and gives us the output we are expecting expects a program. It's like, in simple terms, probably we can say a program is nothing but a series of instructions through which we can get to what we want. So first we need to understand what interests us in the fields available, and then we need to take a call, as a programming language is less about the syntax and more about the logic. If we find our area of interest and work on it, it would be really great and it would be really enjoyable. As a suggestion from our side, these are the common areas where people tend to work on. Well, firstly, Java. This you must have already, if you are in this video, obviously you must have had an idea on C and Java. If you want to work on business logics and developing applications in the backend, obviously this should be on the list. Second is Python. If you're interested in data and its manipulation and data science, you should definitely learn Python. And third, obviously the fancy term of 2020, data science. And fourth, machine learning. If you want to train machines and build machines to learn something, I think machine learning is your piece. And last one, artificial intelligence. If you want to build robots, I think this is the language for you. So these are the 5 categorizations we would like to suggest you. Let us know in the comments below which technology inspires you or moves you to learn coding.
News in the upcoming videos, so please stay tuned to our channel. Stay home, stay safe.